Hey everyone, this is Aaron Johnson with the Johnson iRacing team. I'm also a member of Tyler Daniels Racing, and they've been kind enough to allow me to have some administrative privileges with TDR. What I thought I'd do today is kind of walk you through the process of how you become a member of TDR, how you find our leagues, and how you figure out sort of when and where your race is going to be. We get a lot of questions about this, and I know a lot of you folks are really tech savvy, and you're listening to this and you're thinking, why in the world is he telling us this? We already know it. Well, that's not always true, right? We've got a lot of members that come from all different walks of life, people that range from absolute computer geniuses to neophytes who really didn't even know what a mouse was just a couple of years ago. So what we're trying to do here, what I'm trying to do here, is to maybe save you a little time and a little energy and make things a little easier for you. Because one of our mottos, at least the mottos in my house, is anything you can do to make someone's life easier, you should do it, especially if it doesn't cost you a whole lot to get it done. So let's do that today. Let's start out with, how do I join Tyler Daniels Racing? So to join Tyler Daniels Racing, the first thing that you have to do if you're going to race with us or to be a member of our group is you need to find us on Facebook. So you go into your Facebook account. This is going to be your Facebook homepage. You're going to go up here to the search bar and just type in Tyler Daniels. Now, for me, Tyler Daniels Racing will usually be the first thing to come up because I search it a lot. But we're going to go ahead and pretend that I didn't. I'm going to hit the enter button. And the first thing that's going to happen is Tyler Daniels is going to come up. Now, you might want to friend Tyler or you might not. But I would say become a member of Tyler Daniels Racing first and make some friends. All right, so we're going to go to the Tyler Daniels Racing private group page. That's down here. You'll know it by this iconic green Tyler Daniels Racing banner. So go ahead and click on that. And that'll allow you to visit the group. When you get to this page over here on the bottom right, there's going to be a join button. Now, I've already joined it, but if you haven't, you're going to click on that join button, and what that's going to do is it's going to bring up a few questions, and you need to answer those questions. If you don't answer those questions, we won't approve your membership. All right? These are pretty benign questions, but the most important one is that if you're going to be a member of this community, you're going to be respectful, inclusive, and decent. Right? We don't talk smack. We don't bully people. We don't curse. We don't call names. This group is a group that's going to be welcoming. So if you can follow those rules and that's something that you feel like is going to be easy for you to abide by, go ahead and click the join button, answer the questions, and then go on. All right, so what will happen is admins are usually pretty good about approving your membership. As you can see, we've got about 1,100 members. And so we've got a pretty good admin team. Shout out to all of our admins. They do a great job. Once you get approved, the next thing you're going to do, if you want to race with us, is you're going to go to our web page and you're going to join leagues. Now to do that, you're going to type in tylerdracing.com. And that's going to take you to the Tyler Daniels Racing homepage. You'll see a lot of buttons across the top. About TDR, leagues, schedules, the charities we support. We actually have a shop. We run something called the Iconic Series and the iRock Series, and we can learn more about that later. But what you want to do is if you want to race with Tyler Daniels Racing, you want to go to the leagues page. Now, we've got a lot of leagues. At last count, 14 leagues. They vary from dirt to pavement, asphalt ovals, road courses, Legends cars, Indy cars. If you can race it on iRacing, chances are somewhere on TDR we're going to be racing it either every week or every once in a while. So what you're going to do here is you're going to pick the league that you want to join, and you're just going to hit the sign up button. If you want to join the modified league, click the sign up button. If you want to join the Saturday morning Legends Car League or Xfinity League, you're going to click the sign up button. And when you click that sign up button, there's something that you really need to know, all right? You need to know your name as it appears on the iRacing service. How do you find that? Well, your name is usually given right here on the top right. So on the iRacing service, I am Aaron Johnson 14. Right? So if you use this web page based members page that iRacing uses, you'll find it right up here in the top right. On the UI, you'll find it as well. But typically, you can find that in a couple of spots. The place that I find it easiest is just to go to my content, because if I go to my content, it'll show up there in some of the content we view. But what you really want is you need to find your name as it appears on iRacing. And the easiest way to do that really is to just do it through the members page, okay? You want to do that through the members page. Once you know what your name is, and again, that's right here, top right of the members page. You can also find it on the old school members page here if you go to the My Profile tab and just click on it under Account, and your member name will show up there as well, and it'll show up again right here as Aaron Johnson 14. So you got to make sure you put this in. You got to have an email address. We need your first and last name, but the big thing is we want this one. And then you simply just select the leagues that you want to join. Right now, just as an example, if I wanted to join the Tuesday night truck series, I'd click the truck series button. I'd also click to agree to follow the rules. If you decide that you don't want to be nice, that you want to be mean, that you want to be vulgar, that you want to bully people, that you want to call names, you'll get booted quickly. So what we want to build an environment where everyone feels welcome and everyone takes responsibility. The cool thing that really happens with TDR is sometimes you mess up, and if you just hop on the radio and say, hey, I think that was my fault, I did not mean to do that, most members understand. You know, when you race, you're going to make mistakes. You race in the real life, you crash a car, you race on the internet, and you press a button and the car's fixed. So what you're going to do then, you're going to click that, you're going to click the submit button, and once you've done that, admins at TDR will receive a join request. And so we'll go through, and then we will go back into iRacing and we'll send you an official invitation to the league. Right now, this is the most confusing part, because what will happen is you'll think, I just clicked the sign up button, I should be in. Well, not really. And the reason we do it that way is it helps us to control the number of people in specific leagues and to ensure that we can double check and make sure that if you've requested to join, we go back, we double check the member list at the TDR Facebook page. If you're not on the member list, we don't send you the invitation. So we're going to send you an invitation. Now, where do you find the invitation? Well, you go back here to the iRacing.com, the members page that you see after you sign in, and you look for this little green button right over here, right down here on the bottom right. When that button's flashing, it means that there's something waiting for you from iRacing. It could be a message, it could be information about a league you already are part of, or it could be an invitation to join a league. Now, this one's telling me I've got a couple of new private messages that I haven't read, and it's telling me that we've got some new applications for the TDR Truckin' Tuesday League that I help to administer. I don't have any pending invites because I haven't tried to join any leagues lately. All right. So if that shows up down here, you just click the button and it takes you to the invitation, and then you just say yes. All right. You can also find the same invitation by going to the leagues page. Now I'm going to go all the way back to the home page, because on the home page, all of those little banner headings don't show up. It's confusing. And when they first made this change, I was like, where did my banner headings go? So I always click on the cars and tracks, because when I click on this button, all of a sudden, all these little banner headings show back up. All right, I want to go to leagues. I'm just going to go ahead and click on the league request. And then inside leagues, I'm going to see three filing. I think of these as filing envelope tabs. One that says the league directory. This is the directory of all the leagues. And iRacing puts the leagues that you're a member of first, and then the leagues that you've been invited to second, okay? League sessions show up on this tab. These are upcoming sessions. Again, filtered. The leagues that you're members of, those sessions are the ones that you'll see. And then over here, you'll see pending requests, right? This is where if you had an invitation, the invitation would show up. So if you didn't use this green button, you would also find the pending invitation here. On the iRacing, on the new page, the graphic user interface page, you'd have to come in here, right? And once you got to leagues, you just click on leagues. And once you do that, then you'll be able to see if you have any pending league invitations. All right, so you do that from this piece of the interface. All right, that makes sense. Okay, so once you've joined the league, you accepted the pending league request, the next most common question that we get is, how do I race when it's time to go racing? Okay, now there are a couple of different kinds of non-official iRacing races, right? The official races are the ones that show up here, where you can select a session and you can click here and you can say, let's go racing, okay? And you click on that. But how do you do a league race? Well, there are two kinds of things here. There's a hosted race and a league race. Hosteds are usually one-off. It's usually a one-time deal. You go racing and you join that race. But for leagues, you just go back over here to leagues, and we'll let it come up again. And I'm kind of reloading it on purpose because this is the process. I could have just gone to directory, but I wanted you to see this again. And then you click on league sessions. Now in league sessions, this is going to tell you every league that you are a member of that has an upcoming race. For me, the next race is the Road Rage race. That's coming up on November 2nd. It's going to launch at 4 p.m. my time. So what you see on this page, the time that you see is your local time. When you see an announcement from Tyler Daniels Racing, we always announce the league times as Eastern time. So the Tyler Daniels Racing League of Legends races at 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time every Saturday, barring some cancellation or a holiday. I live in Colorado. I'm 2 hours early, so for me, yeah, I'm a dork. I set my alarm so that I can get up at 7 a.m. and race in this league on a Saturday on my day off. That's commitment, or it may mean that I should be committed. I don't know, right? This is how you know when the next race is going to come up. This will refresh about every couple of minutes, and as it refreshes, you might see new races come in. When it comes time for the schedule for the session to launch, you're going to see a green steering wheel icon right here. If you see that green steering wheel icon, you're going to click the button. If it's red, or if it's a red X, that means that you're missing something that's necessary. It could be that your car's not up to date. It could be that the session requires that you be a member of TDR and you haven't done something, or that you've been. I think that's a little harsh. So I think the big thing is updates. You don't have the right track updated. You don't own the track. You don't have the car updated, or you don't own all the cars. Because here's the thing: if you're going to go racing in, let's say, the Xfinity Cup, and you're going to drive the Ford Mustang, if you're going to run a session, you have to have all the cars. If you're going to race in it, you only have to have one. But if you didn't have the right car, you've joined the Xfinity, but you don't own the Xfinity car, you're going to have to buy it, right? So this is not going to be green unless you meet all the requirements to participate. Once you see that green steering wheel, click the button, and then it'll be just like joining one of these races. Up here, you're going to get a join, and you just hop right on in, and you come in, and you race. All right? That's pretty much it, right? If you want to go racing with TDR, join the Facebook page. You do that on Facebook. You go to Tyler Daniels Racing, click the join button. Once you do that, you go to the tylerdracing.com webpage. You click on leagues, and you click the league you want to join. You click the sign up button and follow those steps. Once that happens, you're going to come back over to your iRacing members page. You're going to look for this little green light, or you're going to go to the leagues page and you're going to click on pending requests, and you're going to click that button, and then you're in. Once that happens, you look for the league sessions under leagues, not under hosted. We do host some races, but those tend to be one-off hosted sessions that are not part of any league. I hope this helps. If it doesn't, blow me a raspberry. But if it does, I hope it just makes things a little clearer and a little easier for all of us, especially those of you that are maybe new to iRacing, or maybe have jumped into iRacing and don't really know exactly how this whole thing works. I hope it saves you some time. I hope you have a whole lot of fun. I hope you come out and win some races, as long as you're not racing against me. That'll do it. I appreciate everything that y'all do. I appreciate Tyler Daniels Racing, all our great team of admins. Thank you so much for your support. We look forward to racing with you. For Tyler Daniels Racing and the Johnson iRacing team, this is Aaron Johnson saying, go fast, turn left, have fun.